Hello, USARA Adventure Racers. My name is Chip. This is Andrea.
Hi.
Where are we?
We're at Cotttonwood Pass Peak in Colorado.
Colorado.
We're about 12,000 feet.
Yep, and we figured this is the perfect place to do a race brief for the Washington's Washout virtual USARA Nationals.
In Virginia Beach.
In Virginia Beach, yes.
At sea level.
At sea level.
Yeah.
So this race, it's a virtual challenge, of course. It's a really good race for people that are new to adventure racing.
It's Newport News.
Sorry, it's Yorktown, Newport News. Yes.
Not Virginia
Right on the
Beach.
peninsula, not in Virginia Beach. We are winging it, by the way, so bear with us. Okay, so what you need to know about the course, it's a legit 10 hours if you're going really fast. We have vetted it with a number of racers. I know that USARA is 12 hours, so people that are new to adventure racing should be able to do the course in 12 hours, no problem, and clear it. It's a lot of biking, mostly on paved or semi-paved roads, but there is some single track.
It's fun single track.
It's fun single track. It is based out of a very historic area of the United States. It's right in the area where both the Civil War and the Revolutionary War were fought. And part of this course goes directly through a place called Surrender Field, where the British surrendered to the American and the French army. You're gonna go right through that. There's actually checkpoints on readouts and everything in that area. So if you're a history buff or you just wanna learn more about the days of George Washington and his big win, this is a great course for you. What else? There is some bushwhacking. We do have 3 different types of points. One's enduro, one's adventure, and one's pro points. The pro points and the adventure points are going to take you off trail, a little bit of map and compass. There's a lot of plotting for the pro points. So those of you that miss plotting UTMs on your maps, this is a great course for you. There's a lot of course strategy of which way do I go to clear the course most efficiently. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of backcountry trekking.
Some points you can drop if you aren't going to make the time cutoff.
Absolutely. If you're brand new to adventure racing, you want to do a national championships, but maybe you don't have a strong navigator, you don't want to go far off trail. We have endurance points. Basically, these points are going to be on the trail. Yeah, you might need a compass to get around, but you're not bushwhacking through stuff. You're not getting muddy. You can't get really lost. And so
you still need to follow a map.
Yes, you do need to follow a map.
Super easy.
But you don't have to go from like being a triathlete over to full-out adventure racer going through the woods with a map and compass and getting lost. That endurance points are right in the middle. So this is a perfect course for people that are new to racing. Again, we're going to have all of our model of virtual races. We're going to have that in a different video. What we want to do in this video is just give you an idea of the nationals course that we're putting on, and try to answer all the common questions.
And encourage you to come our way.
Absolutely.
There's
Definitely
some
should come our
adventuring
way.
to do our direction.
So one of the things about this course, it starts at Newport News Park, which is a kind of a campground right there in Newport News, Virginia. They charge, I think it's about $35 to park there overnight and get a campground and all of that. So my recommendation would be come in, stay the night, get a fire, enjoy yourself, wake up in the morning, get started, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We highly recommend starting with the paddle section. And then it's a kind of a paddle trek section, and then go ahead and transition over to bikes, because the bikes are going to take you really far away from the park in your car. And then clear the bike course and then get back and do the trek course, because that part is about a 2-hour on trail. It's more for like trail runners, but that gets you right next to the park. So if you start running out of time, you're really close to your car. But officially, you can do the race in any order you want. Any of the 3 legs you can do in any order. So you could start with the trek, then the bike, and come back to the paddle. Do whatever you want, but we do ask that you, whenever you're on a leg, you only clear the points on that leg. You can't like clear some of the bike points while you're on the paddle legs. You can't do that. We are going to be tracking using your GPX, like the GPS tracking that your watch does or your cell phone. That's how we score the course. We're going to cover the details of that in the other race brief.
Don't forget that at Newport News Park, you can rent boats there. Call ahead though, because they have gone back and forth on that based on COVID. But there are boats to rent, and they're really reasonable.
Yes, Newport News Park itself. Oh, I'm sorry. So that section of the course does require a $5 permit to put the boat in the water, even if you're putting your own boat in the water. those of us that are a little shady, if you have a campsite and the campsite's on the water and you put your boat on the water, it's like, you know, no harm, no foul. But if you do, we're not shady. There are some people that are shady, but we recommend paying the permit.
We're not them.
We're not them, but others have been shady. So mostly what they are renting at Newport News Park are regular like aluminum canoes. And again, it's $5. I think it's for 6 hours or something like that, which is plenty of time. The paddle section has a lot of trekking. The section's going to take a long time, but the actual paddling, I think it's only like 45 minutes if you're humping it.
It's some kayaks too.
Yep.
Just call and see.
Okay. Another important thing about this course, you're going through national battlefields. You're going through places that adventure racing has never been able to get a permit for. And we do not have a permit because this is simply a virtual challenge. It's not a race. There's not a start and a finish, meaning there's not a celebration. And we're not taking money on the property. But the checkpoints we're putting out there, many of them are in readouts and other kind of battlefield earthworks and things that are, if you had a metal detector and picked up artifacts, you're going to prison. It's a big deal. And so be very discreet if you're going off trail and going onto the readouts. Like, don't make it obvious you're hunting around for something. Definitely, if you find anything on the ground, don't pick it up, an artifact or anything. You do not want anything on you if a National Park Service person questions you. Just basically show them the map. So I'm just training for navigation, map and compass navigation training. We're just out here, apologize, play dumb, and that is that. But
can I give away one of the checkpoints?
Sure.
The old-fashioned bottles?
Yeah.
There's a checkpoint that's like a pile of old-fashioned booze bottles. Don't take one of those with you. It's really cool for people to be able to find them.
Yes.
And where they're at. It's weird.
Yeah, there was an old village that the national battlefield decided that they just wanted to make all of these people just go away. So they relocated a complete community. And I believe if you look at the background of it, it was an African-American community that was there, probably kind of a slave community that was supporting that whole area of Yorktown. And when the battlefield basically took over, they just wiped out the community. But the beer, the liquor bottles are out there in the woods. And so that was really a neat part of the history that we send you through. And literally, we found it when we were vetting the course. This is not something that we knew about. We were out there just looking around and we find this really, really cool thing. So
yeah, and they're like, why is this here?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So either way, you're up for a treat. The vast majority of people that even live on the Virginia Peninsula have no idea that these single track trails are there. A lot of the off-trail stuff that we put you through for the readouts and stuff, the only way we found it was studying topographical maps, satellite photos, LiDAR. I mean, we really tried to find some cool stuff to send you through. So this is going to be a really neat course, even though there's no checkpoints. There's no orange and white flags on this course. You are literally looking for, let's say, a 90-degree bend in a readout, or a high point, or a view that's stunning. Sometimes we pick things like park benches, but a lot of what we wanted you to do is experience a piece of history. So if, like, for example, we're here in this rock circle, this is a great example of what one of our checkpoints would be. It would say rock circle at high point or something. So we have all kinds of really creative things. Also, lots of really cool trees. Like, we really looked for trees that are really odd. A lot of those are checkpoints as well. So anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, so enjoy the course.
Have fun.
If you sign
up, let us
up,
know if you like it.
Yep. If you sign up for it, let us know if you have any questions. What's it? thisABILITYRacing@gmail.com.
Yes.
thisABILITYRacing@gmail.com. Also go to our thisABILITY Racing website. We have a ton of information on our courses, almost too much. We have a frequently asked questions. We have all kinds of stuff. But either way, we want you guys to have a really good time out there, learn to love adventure racing. And we do have another course right down the road. So if you really like this one, we have one called Uncivilized, which is on the Civil War battlefields. It's another 10-hour course. And so that's on our website if you're interested as well.
Chip said go to thisABILITYRacing.com. That's our team website. And our virtual challenge website is the thisABILITYadventures.com. So,
right. So thisABILITYadventures.com. Other than that, send us an email if you have any questions. So thanks so much. Enjoy yourselves.